Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am coming on today to do hopefully a Divine Feminine reading. That's what I'm feeling, but we'll see what Spirit has planned for us. Just a little bit of housekeeping. If you guys are interested in Holy Fire Reiki, we have, and I say we because my counterpart, my Divine Masculine, and I are going to do the next level 2 class that I have coming up. It's this weekend. I will be in England with him when we do this class. Obviously, it's online. So if you guys are interested in that, if that resonates with you at all, or if you want to just find out some more information, the link for that is down in the box below. That is the level 2 class. So the prerequisite for that is just any level 1 Reiki. It could be any lineage, any type of Reiki. It doesn't have to be Holy Fire. Or if you have taken level 1 and level 2 and you want to upgrade to the Holy Fire version of Reiki, this level 2 class will do that for you. So if you're interested in that, check out all the information down in the box below. I do have level 1 class coming up in June, so all the information is there for that too, and a master class. I don't offer the master class very often, but that is in 2 weeks, the first weekend of June. So if you're interested in that, check all of it out. All the information you need for it is in the link below. If you just want to read up on it, if you just want to find out more about it, if you guys have any questions, or if you need to arrange a payment plan or anything like that, just email me, get in touch with me. Don't let anything hold you back from your expansion. If you are being called, the Holy Fire is knocking on your door and is in your field and is trying to get in touch with you for your expansion. So, like I said, I am headed to England today to go and hang out with my counterpart for 2 weeks, and I'm super excited about that. There's a lot going on. There's been a lot of energy. There's been a lot of upgrades and shifts in our connection and in each of us individually over the last couple of weeks. And there's more to tell you guys. There's more there. There's more that's happening that I can't do justice just yet. We may do a live while we're there. You guys can ask some questions, but maybe get into our story just a little bit more so that you guys can find out what happened during our separation, after our separation, when we started talking again. And I feel the pull to that, to kind of be seen in that way and to reveal some of that information for you guys. I have also had several people get in touch with me in the last week or so, people who are coming into connections with soulmates, with counterpart energies, with, people who they're not sure are their twin, or they know who their twin is, but the person that they've come into a connection with is not their twin, but it is very, very counterpart and kind of beloved energy. And so I feel like the wave of that is happening right now. There are more unions happening, and the way that union looks is not necessarily always going to be what you think that it's going to be. And so keep your eyes open, keep your hearts open, and keep yourself available to whatever the expansion looks like that the universe is bringing for you. This can be a very, very important person on your journey to union with your counterpart, or it could be this is your counterpart and you just didn't recognize them because up till now you needed to journey with this other person in order to get you to this point. So whatever resonates for you, it's going to be different for everybody. Everybody's story. I don't believe anymore that there is this one definition for twin flame is this, or counterpart energy is this, and I don't know that twin flame is always the same thing as counterpart, and twin flame is a vessel to get you to a certain place, and then you come into union with a different person, or whatever it is. It's being revealed differently for a lot of different people. I don't believe that there's this one blanket definition anymore. So, we're gonna wait and see how all of that unfolds. But those that have been coming to me for kind of guidance in their relationship and their new connection that they have, it's looking a lot like these union energies that we've been talking about and I've been seeing and have been guided towards, and the initial just surge of this connection and this drawing in to this other person is happening, and then after the speed of that kind of envelops you, the mirroring starts, and the triggering starts, and the extraction of the wounds that have held you back from the depth of this kind of connection and the depth of this kind of love within you, and between you and another person, between you and your counterpart, that it's being revealed. Those are being revealed, and it is not an easy process. It's not an easy journey. Lloyd and I have gone through a lot of this triggering back and forth, and I've learned a lot along the way on how to manage those things, how to allow those triggers to move through and out of our field, those subconscious energies that hold us back, lower vibrational belief systems that have always held us back from our authentic selves. All of those things are starting to be peeled away with these new mirrors that are coming in for you. So if you guys need any help with that, or if that kind of describes your situation or whatever, get in touch with me. My availability is opened up. It's limited in the next couple of weeks because I'm going to be in England, but I do have some availability that I opened for a couple of days while we're there. You can do a session with me. All the information for that is in the box below. We can also do a combined session with me and Lloyd at the same time, so that you can experience the alchemy between our services as healers. It's totally up to you. That is not offered on my website, but if you want that, you can go and just email me at my email address, and that's down in the box below also. Okay? I didn't realize that we were going to be offering that. They're just telling me that right now. So all of that out of the way. Let's dig into Divine Feminine. Okay? What is the current energy for the Divine Feminine right now? I do have my music on right now too. It's in the other room, so I'll just be listening for that as they come through. I'm getting messages for the Divine Feminine. What's the current energy of the Divine Feminine, please? Thank you. Go the distance. That was in reverse. There's something holding you up. There's something holding you up. This is number 11 card too here. So I feel the power of the two numbers, the power of those two numbers. But there's something that's holding you up. There's something that's stopping you from really pursuing something and charging forward. Let's get some clarifiers on it. I hear numbers. There's numbers everywhere. There's numbers everywhere. But it's confusing. I feel like she's really in her head right now. It's like there's so many signs. There's all the signs all over the place. And now my left ear is ringing. That's the feminine side. It's Mary Magdalene. She's bringing in an energy of calm right now. She's bringing in an energy of, I feel the rainbow rays around her. She's bringing in this calming force to help soothe your spirit is what I hear. We've been racing forward and racing forward and racing forward. And I was just talking about these new connections that are coming in. And there's resistance to the pace of this connection, the pace of this energy coming in. For some of you, I feel like you can tell that there's a person coming into your life, and you can tell that it's not your twin flame or whoever you believe to be your counterpart or whatever it is. You can feel the energy of someone coming in, but the energy feels different than what you're used to. It feels similar. There are characteristics that are similar in that, but it's causing a little bit of fear, because it's like, well, if I'm going to get into something with someone else, then that's going to put off union with my twin or with my person that I've been working towards. So why would I allow this person in? And it's creating this resistance to what the universe is trying to bring you. The universe is trying to bring you the long haul. They're trying to help you to go the distance, and they're showing you all the signs toward that are leading you towards this. But it's confusing. It's confusing to you because it's like, it's confusing because it's not who you thought it was, or it's not what you thought it was going to look like. So maybe it is this other person. It could be this person that you have been thinking about, or this person that comes to mind for you right now that you've been working towards. But they're bringing them into your life in a different way. It's like someone has gotten a sign, some kind of sign, or 1111 on my recording. Someone's gotten a sign or a synchronicity towards this other person, but the information you get in about this other person seems to be to go against what you thought was happening. So you get a sign about, about your twin or whatever, and you can feel the energy of movement happening. You can feel the energy and connectivity of union coming in. I can feel it stronger than ever. All the readings that I'm resonating with are connecting me with the knowing that a union energy is coming in, that someone is coming into my field, and I just know that it's them. And then all the signs and synchronicities start leading me towards this person. Their name shows up, whatever it is. And the next thing that you see that the universe brings you is that, let's say, this person is engaged. This person posts a picture of them with someone new, someone else. And it like stops you in your tracks. And you're like, what the fuck? All of the signs and everything was saying that union was, how is it possible that that's going to happen if they just now got into a relationship with somebody else? And it's so confusing because it's like, but I was resonating with you. Yeah. You're resonating with union energy coming in, with you being in alignment with your union on your timeline somewhere, and someone is trying to come into your field to help you to get to that point. And it's either union with this other person, a different person, or this person is a necessary lesson for you. Maybe a karmic lesson, maybe a deeply, deeply loving soulmate connection coming in for you to guide you to union with your counterpart. It could be that it's 5 years down the road. It could be that it's 10 years down the road. It could be that it's next month. But you need this detour. You need this lesson in your life in order to make your way to that. If you don't open yourself up to it and you resist it because there is fear or there is disappointment that it doesn't look the way that you think that it's going to look, you're just creating resistance for your flow, for your momentum, for your alignment. There's this control mechanism that kicks in, that it's like, well, that's not what I had expected, though. When things start to look different than what we had expected, we start to shut down a little bit and we close our hearts down a little bit. And it's the expectation. It's like there's an expectation program that's being broken down. So there's sometimes that spirit will show you these things and show you the information that, it's funny, my counterpart just sent me a message and it says he sent a photo. And I was just saying, sometimes spirit will send you the message that you need in order for you to turn this way and face forward. If you need to see a picture on social media or something of your twin or your person with another person, and it has triggered you, and you have decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna cut them off, or I'm gonna face forward, I really need to focus on myself. this is a kick in the pants that you needed to turn yourself around and start facing forward again so that you can focus on the things that you need to focus on, put your energy, your divine energy, into yourself and loving yourself and healing whatever it is that's come up for you in connection with this, your person being with another person, and face you forward in order to create momentum in this other area of your life, because that is what is necessary to be manifest right now. Could be that you need to be focusing on your work. You need to be focusing on your healing. You need to be focusing on making connections with other people in your realm, other people, 111 on my clock. It may be that you need to be creating space. Okay, this is something that I had talked to, those two couples that I had talked to the last couple of days that are coming into counterpart connection right now. That was something that I mentioned also, that Spirit was saying we need to, instead of all of our focus and all of our energy and healing efforts being focused on that one person or with that one person, doing this healing kind of back and forth, and this is your mirror, this is your most powerful mirror, and so that's where you prefer to do all of the work. Sometimes we need to separate from and disconnect from the power of that, the pull of that person, the pull of that person's energy, in order to free up some space to allow other connections into your life, so that those things that you're working through, those things, those subconscious energies that are coming up in your field, those things that have always held you back before, are going to be revealed from other people. And it's going to be from, I just keep hearing 5, from like 5 other people. So as a result of disconnecting from this person or blocking this person or deciding I can't do this anymore, I can't focus on this anymore, you turn forward and you rely on someone else, and you lean on someone else, and you ask someone else for help, and you sign up for this Reiki class, and you decide, I need to keep myself busy, and so I'm going to do something that I have been wanting to do for a while now, and I'm going to take this sound bath, or I'm going to take this sound bath class and learn how to be a sound healer, or whatever kind of class I did. I'm going back to school, or whatever it is. For some of you, it's specifically going back to school. You decide to turn and do that, and I'm going to get into alignment with that, and I need to focus on me and my abundance and all of that, because that's really, I feel very guided to do that. This person is going to come in and help you to do that. They are also going to help you to process whatever karmic energy has come up for you that is being mirrored by this situation with your person or whoever that is for you. And they are going to help you to see from a different perspective outside of the situation, something that you wouldn't have been able to see with this other person or by yourself, just focused on them. So these other people are coming in to help you to do that. It's almost like a team of light that's there to help you to expand. And you would not have been able to get to the place and to turn yourself around, flip this around, and really, really go the distance without these connections, without these other people in your life, these friends, these soul family, this soul tribe that's there to help you focus on you, who are there and invested in you and your growth, because they love you so damn much, and because you are a mirror for them too. You have very valuable mirrors out there that are not in connection with with a romantic energy. These could be just friends, but they could also be soulmate. They could be romantic soulmates that come in to help you, to help show you these things too. They have very important things to mirror to you on your journey, on your highest vibrational timeline, on your journey to union, on your journey through this ascension path. It's so important that you connect with those people and allow them in. For some of you, you're really needing to create some space in your life. Create some space from this other person over here, this focus that you've been so just, this is the purpose of my journey. I'm on this twin flame journey, and so I'm so hyper focused on my twin flame and what they're mirroring to me and all of that stuff. And some of us are needing to take a break from that, shift and turn this way, and allow in these other connections that are going to show you something even bigger than what you could have ever thought, because you've freed up this really important space. They're taking me back to it, and they always do. If you have not watched the Mary Magdalene channeling that I did a year and a half ago, she talked about the wave of unions coming in before counterpart union. Wave of unions comes in where you unite with other divine feminines, with other divine feminine counterparts, really. They are the mirror to your divine feminine. And you connect with them in a way that is the same kind of union energy. But it's so important to anchor that divine feminine sisterhood, that united front, that it's abolishing a separation program that has pitted women against each other and pitted feminine energy against each other and separated it out so that she was just trying to survive on her own. These other feminine energies are meant to come in, meant to like create this soul sister circle around you. I hear soul pod. So they are, what they're showing me right now is there is a soul pod set of, I hear eight other connections that are also counterpart connections. So they are twin flame, or they are, they consider themselves counterparts and things like that. There are 8 of those, and those feminines from those connections are coming towards you to create these soul bonds in order to journey with you towards the energy of union. But what you guys do is unite with each other and face forward and step into mission with each other. Step into the mission of each other's growth. You are so connected with this other soul sisters that you expand in a way that anchors the goddess energy here on earth. And then counterpart unions come up behind that without you even seeing it, without you even realizing that it's there. So, those feminine unions have to happen first before the counterpart unions happen. For those of you that resonate with what I was saying in the beginning, 2211 on my recording, what I was saying in the beginning about, for some of you, you have someone else in your field that you can feel somebody coming in, or you've already met someone and there is this really deep connection with them, but it's confusing because it's similar to your twin, and it's just like, but I'm supposed to be focused on my twin, or is that my twin? It creates this confusion and this doubt and blah, 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 because this is a very powerful connection for you as well. If you haven't met them yet, but that kind of resonates for you, you can feel them coming in. It's like, it may be that you are looking back now and are realizing that those divine feminine counterparts that have come in to make connections with you and to create union with you have already come in. It's like, oh yeah, I have really connected a lot with this other person that I've been spending a lot of time with, and she's helped me out so much. Or he could be a he also. It's just that feminine energy. And I have relied on them so much, and I wouldn't have been able to get as far as I have. I wouldn't have been able to get through that debacle or that dark night of the soul without them. And I've grown so much since I connected with them. And then there was this other person that I've been doing this work with, and we've kind of partnered up a little bit when it comes to a podcast. That's for some of you specifically. And that's so interesting because I have met a bunch of those people. So without you even knowing, this counterpart energy, the union counterpart, the counterpart union, swinging around behind you. It's going to come up behind you and like just tap you on the shoulder. You're going to be barreled over by it. It's very confusing, and it comes in like a whirlwind also. So be just wary of that because you need to keep your footing and know that even though this isn't what you thought it was going to look like, it is very powerful. And those connections that you have made with those divine feminines are there to steady you. They are there for your growth, and you are there for theirs because their counterpart unions are going to come in as well. So those connections are so important for balancing and keeping and maintaining your balance when this counterpart union comes in behind you. It will knock you off your horse for sure. And it's meant to. It's meant to knock you off your horse, but you're stronger now and you have this stable foundation to find your footing and to come through the initial stages of mirroring back and forth, triggering back and forth, peeling away of belief systems. There's this like amplified peeling away of any belief system, anything inside of you that has held you back from your authentic self. These feminine counterparts are meant to help draw out your authentic self. This counterpart union coming in is meant to draw out your authentic self, and you have put out the call, the clarion call for that because you're ready now. Look at how bright it is in here. Look, it's just lit up. You guys that resonate with that are about to be lit the fuck up. And lit the fuck up. When that light comes in, that's a lot of light that comes into your field. When that light comes in, anything in the way of you absorbing that is going to be stirred up and kind of activated in your field here. So any of those lower vibrations that need to get out of the way so you can absorb all of that light coming in, all of that kind of union light coming in, rainbow light. All of that stuff needs to get out of the way, and it's going to show up in your field. It's activated the vibration of these lower vibrational things: sadness, abandonment, rejection, judgment, feeling misunderstood, not feeling heard, being terrified to be seen, sexual trauma. All of these things that have been an armor around your authentic self that have kept you small. Those things are going to start to be peeled away one by one by one, and the way that it is released from you, it gets released out into your field, and while it's here, the vibration draws in the mirror of that, and it's going to kind of be in your face. So if you have a fear of judgment, if you have a fear of being seen because you're going to be judged, when you are activated to this new light, you are going to have these judgment programs come in and come in your face, and you are going to finally draw up the courage to create a video and post it on YouTube and put yourself out there, and all of a sudden all these people are going to come in and they're going to start judging you, and they're going to it's like that wound comes up in your face. One of the things that is the most important thing to understand, 1, 2, 3 on my clock, moving forward. This is how we move forward. This is how we go the distance. We need to recognize that. I need to draw a picture of this or something, because the way that they show it to me is when this light comes in, what we're doing is accessing the depth of ourselves, of our authentic selves, from our hearts, from our sacred hearts. That's where we're getting all of us. That's where we are emerging from. That's the life that we're creating. We open our hearts up just a little bit. That light activates us to open our hearts up and to be more authentically us. And when we do that, any pain, any suit of armor, anything that has caused us to protect ourselves and to keep ourselves smaller and to not shine our light, like judgment from when we were younger. Nothing was ever good enough. It was always nitpicking. Don't do this, don't do that. Get your feet off the couch. Put a coaster underneath of your cup. I can see somebody specifically, like see this ring on the coffee table. Don't go into that living room. We don't go into that living room. Take your shoes off before you come in the door. It's like all this nitpicking, all this judgment. Nothing you do is ever good enough. It's all shoved way down deep inside of there. And in order to not draw that attention to ourselves, we make ourselves smaller. And we put this suit of armor around our hearts. Now, what we're doing is when we open up just a little bit, that pain, that trauma, that trigger that's buried deep down inside of there, when we open up, is getting released. And we need it to. It has to, for us to be able to stay in our sacred heart. So it gets released, and it's out here in our field. This vibration of it is out here in our field, and we're still open. But we don't recognize that it's coming from in here. We don't recognize that it's coming out. We only see it when the vibration is active out in our field and that judgment has come in our face, the only time we see it is when it's in our face, and this person who looks very similar to our mothers or our fathers or whoever that was that always did that to us, our sisters especially. And they're telling me, for a lot of you divine feminines, it's really hard to connect with these soul sisters because of this judgment program, because of sister wounds and sibling wounds that you have. Judgment coming from siblings. That's for some of you specifically. So the energy of that comes back into your face, and it's standing there and it's judging you. And you have put yourself out there, you have created this YouTube channel, and people are coming in and they're attacking you, or they are judging you, or your family members are abandoning you, or whatever it is. It's right there in your face. Just know that that's because you have come more into your heart, because you have opened your heart up. And the thing that we always did was we saw that judgment come at us, it was in our face, and we closed down to protect ourselves. Because it's right there, because we don't want to be judged, because that is too hard to handle. It's like, fuck, I was so brave and I put myself out there, and every time I put myself out there, this shows up in my face. See? And it makes you want to protect yourself. Just know that we have to keep ourselves open. We have to keep ourselves open, because if we close back down and try to protect ourselves from that, all we're doing is we're taking that judgment program, we're shoving it back down in there again, and we're not allowing it to be released. What we need to do is release the responsibility of it. It's not ours anymore. It's not ours. It never was ours in the first place. But the trauma of that we took on, the vibration of that we took on and shoved way down deep inside of here as if we were wrong for being ourselves, that is being released. So when that judgment comes back in your face again, just know that they are judging you in your authentic being as you are lit the fuck up, because they don't feel good enough. Just like you didn't when you received all of that judgment, we are releasing that now. It's not that we are not good enough. We are so good. We are so light that it's triggering these judgments in other people because they don't feel good enough. The more we can know that about them, stand in our light anyway, and see them with compassion, and just see them. Keep our hearts open to them. Don't take it personally. That judgment may be coming at you. It may feel like an attack. Just trust that is that energy leaving your field. It is leaving your heart space and making room for the compassion you need to completely move it out of your field. This person, this judgment that comes in, see them, really see them, and resonate with them. Resonate with the fact that they don't feel good enough. I'm so sorry about that. I get you. I get you, judgment. I get you. I'm shining real bright right now. And that's scary to you because when you shined bright as a child, someone told you that you shouldn't do that. And I'm here to show you that we can push past that. We can push past that. I'm going to be this anyway, and I'm going to show you the light. I'm going to shine so bright for you right now that you have no other choice than to see me, to really see me. Those that aren't ready for it are going to move out of your field. Those that aren't ready to see themselves and to see themselves in the mirror that you're presenting them, they are going to move out of your field until they're ready. Rest assured, some of those people will come back when they're ready. Just know that. And it's okay to love them and let them go in the meantime if they are not ready. We can't push ourselves on them. All we do is stand strong in our light. Just know that judgment is not about you. You are not being misunderstood. You know you. And you know that step that you took to put yourself out there, to allow yourself to be seen, to really be authentically you, to say the thing that you always wanted to say, to be true to you. To be true to you. Just know that it was the exact right thing to do. And that pain that was holding you back before is being released for you to see. Just know that pain is leaving, though. Allow yourself to see it. Allow yourself to experience it. Allow your inner child to speak and let it go. And stay open. Stay open. Okay? And then what happens is because that space is filled, we now are able to expand a little bit more. We're going to open up a little bit more. And when we do that, more from deeper down, more pain, more belief systems, more layers that have stopped us from being us are going to be released, and they're going to show up in your field. It feels like an attack. It feels like an attack because the only way that we are able to see it is when it's outside of ourselves. But nothing is ever outside of us. Nothing is ever outside of us. It's always coming from within us. The vibration of that is coming from within us, from our past, from past lives, from whatever it is. Okay? Stay open as much as you can. There are going to be times where it's like, I've expanded so much, all of this light coming in, especially if you have counterpart energy coming in, or even these feminine counterparts. There's going to be a lot of light coming in, and there's going to be a lot of this pain that has been released. Just know that sometimes you're going to contract, sometimes you're going to expand, sometimes you're going to contract. Don't shut down all the way, but there will be times where you kind of need a break from all of this too. It is a lot. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot to process. It's a lot. It takes a lot to wade through these shadow energies and bring yourself back into a higher vibration, to see through the eyes of a higher vibration. It's really hard to do that. And so give yourself some time to take a break from these things too. Self-love, self-care, Reiki, connecting with all of those divine feminines and those connections in your life that I'm talking about. Connect with all of them. Help to lighten the load. There are people around you that are meant there to lighten the load. Go on a girls' weekend. Go on vacation. Somebody's been knocking on your door trying to get you to go on vacation with them. That is your break from this expansion kind of journey. Focus on work too if you need to. Focus on your healing, whatever it is. Sometimes you're going to need a break from all of that. Get some alone time. Come back into your center, or hang out with people who kind of mirror just the depth of who you are, and you're so comfortable with them, and you can just go and cry on their shoulder, or just laugh. And I just see people just like going out to the bar and smoking some cigarettes and just having a chill with each other, having some fun, in order to take a break from that. And then come back to it. And then shine. Just keep shining. Just keep shining. Keep shining. You are on the way. 133. This is the Christ energy. This is the Christed. This is the force of that Christ light. See how it just got brighter? It's intense, but it is here. It is golden, and it is beautiful, and it is meant to take you to the stratosphere. It's not an easy journey, but that's why there are people like me that are here to help you. So if you need help on your journey, please reach out to me. Please book a session with me or my counterpart. He's an amazing healer, an amazing guide, an amazing teacher, and we're here for you. I have a whole network of people too that are healers and are just an ear to listen to, who are going through the same thing. There's so many people that are in the same vibration. So if it is really hard for you to think about opening yourself up to another person coming in, reach out, okay? There are other people that are going through the exact same thing, and there are people who have stepped past that barrier, that fear barrier, and have opened themselves up to really, really beautiful divine connections that they didn't see coming. That was a lot from one card, but also go back, and I'm going to try to link the Mary Magdalene video. I'm going to post a link for that down in the box below. If you haven't watched that yet, there's something else. There's activations that are in that video also, that just hearing them through my voice are going to help you in this time period too. Okay. Thank you, Mary Magdalene. That was definitely a really powerful channeling from her, from the Christ. I channel the energy of the Christed ones. And so it's Jesus and Mary Magdalene and many ascended masters and archangels that are a part of this force, this network force. And it's like a rainbow force. That's what I see. Rainbow Union Force, Light Federation. They're revealing themselves more and more. But if If you guys need help with that, like I said, reach out. Okay? Thank you for being you. Whatever you see in me right now, whatever you see in me, it's just a reflection of what's inside of you. Okay? I love you. Fucking love being your mirror. Talk to you soon.